So yeah, Derek D in the house, you know what I'm saying? King Blue, Krushed out. How y'all doing, man? So yeah, what got me into music, man? So shit, let's see. 90, nah, not 90, 80. We got to go back into the 80s, man. So we was 84, 85, we was breakdancing. Movie Breaking came out, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, where we from L-Town, we was breakdancing first, you know what I'm saying? So in the 80s, around 85, I guess, you know, we started hearing, you know, some serious hip hop, you know, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Rakim, you know what I'm saying? And then we transcend from breakdancing to actual rapping. So that's what really got me into the music, you know what I'm saying? We started rapping, you know what I'm saying? First group we had was the MC Fresh crew. Me, Polo P, Spikey T, you know what I'm saying? I was Derek D, you know what I'm saying? So and this like I said, L-Town, LaPlace. In between Baton Rouge and New Orleans is LaPlace, you know what I'm saying? Whether you go 15, 20 miles to the left, 15, 20 miles to the right, in the middle you right there in LaPlace, and that's what we was doing, you know what I'm saying? 84, 85, we was breakdancing. That's what got us into it. You know, the movie Breaking came out, everybody go see Breaking, we start breakdancing, and the next thing you know, when the one in LL, when LL made his debut, when he said box, you know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of the movie, but it was a hip hop movie. When LL said box and did my radio, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to rap, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about to do. So yeah, 85, 86, yeah, we came in like that. So yeah, we started rapping. So that's what got us into it. So yeah, so like I say, the inspiration, you know, you just gotta have the love for the music, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's an art form, and you gotta have the love for it, you know what I'm saying? So me myself, I was just telling my people, you know, when I'm not doing music, I get depressed. Like, I just love music, you know. I've been doing it for so long, you know what I'm saying? So over 30 years now, you know what I'm saying? That's how long I've been. Matter of fact, I told Blue when I got my bag right here. So some people might really want to, you know what I'm saying, second guess what you've been doing. But right here, I got, for the youngsters out there, this is called a cassette tape. You heard me? This right here is still wrapped up. This is the first album we did, called Step to Me Baby. You heard me? This came out in 1992. Now this album was not just released locally, but it was released internationally, globally, like all in the European market. I had people that was in the military in Europe calling me up, telling me they saw my CD in Europe and shit, you know. So, and that's a cassette, and I bought some more trinkets with me, you know what I'm saying. And this right here is the actual album. For these young cats who don't know, this right here is called Wax. This came out 1992. This right here, that's Wax. That's called a record. You put that, like what Buster was saying, you put the needle, when you put the needle out, that's what he was talking about. You put the needle on this shit, that's Wax. 1992. This is the same album, you know what I'm saying? That's me, you know what I'm saying, doing the dress thing, you heard me? That's Step to Me Baby, you heard me, released in 1992. This is the album that was released, like I said, not just nationally. Nationally is the United States, but we had European distribution on this album, on an independent label. And I'm gonna explain to y'all how that happened. And one of the this right here says Coke the Crowd Rock out of New Orleans did the single. Let me just set it on the side for right now. Auburn, Coke the Crowd Rock out of the Night Wall. Like I said, shout out Coke. He did the single. This album was re-released a couple of times. It's the same album. If you notice, you see the artwork, the Step to Me Baby artwork. We the original red bottoms too. You heard me? There wasn't no such thing as a red bottom until we did that right there. Somebody stole that from us. 92. Now y'all go back and check it. You heard me? Check the dates. I said we the original red bottom. But anyway, when you look at this album right here, this album was recorded in Quiet Studios, and that's in Manhattan Times Square. That's the same studio where Tupac and Biggie recorded at. And mastering, Frank Wood Rain mastering, Louis Buster Brown. You check some of these people out, these like some famous people that done some major albums, you know what I'm saying? Mixed and mastered by Louis Buster Brown. I like to say all these things because it's not just the album, but a lot of the people that was involved in making the album, and some of the people that featured on the album. Like Johnny Gill is on this album. I worked in the studio in Paramount Studios with Michael Bivins on this album, and the Rude Boys is on this album, Written All Over Your Face. When I say on this album, I mean I did features with these people. So this album was a big album. You heard me? So recorded in Quiet Studios, Times Square, Paramount Studios, Hollywood, California. I'm in there with Michael Bivins. I'm in there with Johnny. And Our Era New Edition was one of the biggest groups to ever come out. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing. And I'm from LaPlace Project. So a lot of people be like, well, how you get hooked up? Because I was in the right place at the right time when I did the album. You know what I'm saying? And we was able to get, like, I didn't do this. My people, the executive producer who I was signed to, I had a deal. I was signed to a label. Shout out Sam and Michael, Traco Records. They was the one that did all this here. My dude actually knew Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at this album here, right here it says vocals, background vocals, Val Young, courtesy of Michael Bivins. I got Michael Bivins Entertainment is on it. His name is on there. And when I say Val Young, a lot of people, that might go over some people's head because they'd be like, well, who is Val Young? Well, that's the original Mary Jane Girls. Then you still might ask, well, who is that? Okay, well, if you heard Tupac's song To Live and Die in L.A., that's Val Young singing the background vocals on To Live and Die in L.A. But she done a lot of stuff with a lot of major artists, you know what I'm saying? So with just that song, I was able to do 2 or 3 with her, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Randy Muller, Brass Construction, you know what I'm saying? So it was, if you check out some of these names and some of these people that I'm naming, then that meant that we had a big album in 1992. And that's when we, you know what I'm saying, that's when we came out and started out and it was popping for me. That was relevant with my first album that I didn't put out, but the label that I put out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that and I stick to my guns on that. That's how I came in the game. LaPlace Project, you didn't get that opportunity in LaPlace Project in '90. You understand? In LaPlace period, you didn't get that opportunity. But I ended up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because I went to Job Corps. And when I was in Job Corps, I met some people that was able to take my music career to another level. So yeah, I came in the game pretty big like that. So yeah, so the type of music I do, I try to keep my music as clean as possible, you know what I'm saying? And I always try to leave a message in the music, you know, because I don't believe in murder, kill, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in none of that. I'm not no gang bang. I don't gang bang. I don't push none of that on the youth. I believe in, you know, when we came up, we had cats like Public Enemy, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was KRS-One, you know, that always had a message in the music that left us with something. And I'm not knocking the people that do that. I'm just saying what I tried to. I got a few songs now, don't get me wrong. You might put some up, sit down, Derek D saying fuck the world. I don't know. Our mind was on some shit. I don't know, you know. But my basic track record is going, you know, I try to keep the cursing out. I try to keep it positive, and I try to keep a positive message for the youth. So, you know what I'm saying, they can have something to grow on. So yeah, that's the type of music I like to do. Right now, shout out Sites, you know, Precise HD. We got a song called and that boy Ice Law, you know what I'm saying? Ice Law is featured on the song I just did called Summertime Float. And Precise just did the bounce mix to it. And it's crazy, man. It's, you know, a nice little summertime song. So that's what I'm saying. Feel good music. If it's not the feel good music, I dip into the politics. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand what most of the things that's going on in life right now got a lot to do with politics. If you look at, you know what I'm saying, the Supreme Court just knocked down affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? So now when you can't get in college right now, you know that's what it's about. So we speak about this in our music. We let you know that Clarence Thomas, you heard what I'm saying? Clarence, I'm not going to voted to knock down affirmative action. Clarence Thomas, the black justice, you know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of stuff we need to push out there, let people know what's going on in the world, you heard me? And I mean, affirmative action, I believe we needed that. That was just the level of the playing field. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the politics, you put that politics in the music, Because a lot of these youngsters, they not going to watch TV and watch the news to pick the politics up. But the music, if the music playing, like, you know, they going to head in the music. And they're going to pick the politics up from the rapper, from the MC. So I try to put the politics in there. I'm saying, like I said, I'm not trying to bash the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to bash Clarence Thomas. I'm just saying what they, you know, they shot down affirmative action, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that affect our lives as we go on. So as an MC, politics, I get into politics heavy, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. So not just politics, but what's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? I got a song called Can't Breathe, you know what I'm saying? When George Floyd died, I did a song called Can't Breathe, you know what I'm saying? So that's relative to what happened with that situation. So I feel like as an MC, if you see something going on in the world, you can take those things and put it in your music, and you can let the youth, you can educate the youth, let them know, you know, look, this is what's going on. You know, like I said, not trying to bash nobody, not trying to, you know what I'm saying, incite nothing like that, but just take what's already been announced, and, you know what I'm saying, I can sit there and watch CNN all day. So I'm not making this stuff up. Like with the aliens just landed in Vegas, when the people said they went in their backyard and saw 10-foot aliens in their backyard. I'm not making this up. That's what they saying. So when I get in my music, you know what I'm saying, I take it because the youngsters not watching the news. So I might make a verse and say, bop, 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 man, life is hard. Somebody just seen a 10-foot alien in their yard. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And then somebody might hit and be like, what happened in the fact? And so what Derek D talking about? No, not what Derek D talking about. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on in the world, what the world is talking about, what's going on in the news, these youngsters now watching, you know what I'm saying? Like I might be, no, I'm not Clarence Thomas bashing, but he went against affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make it rhyme, make it make sense. It's not me saying it. It's not me making nothing up against nobody. It's just what's going on, and we relate those things to our people through the music. So I like to leave a message in the music, you know, and then pick it up, you know what I'm saying, like that. So yeah, so my creative process, all right. So, you know, when I first started rhyming, you know what I'm saying, it was just, you know, we was just something we was doing, you know what I'm saying. So we just trying to, you know, do it and just, you know, just do it, you know, because I was a battle rapper when I first came out. So as a battle rapper, you challenging each other, you know what I'm saying. You go out there, you catch a cat out there who rap. And that's how you got your stripes, whether you was in school or you was in the hood or wherever you was at. You know, you approaching another rapper and you battling this cat. Like you see these battles going on now. Well, my thing was I used to do a lot of freestyling. So freestyling is like, and I seen some rappers, I'm not gonna call their name, but some major industry rappers was trying to say what freestyling was, and my opinion of freestyling was different from what they were saying. You know, they basically were saying freestyling was just reciting a lyric, you know, without the beat or without being in the studio. Now, this is something that you already did on a song, you know what I'm saying, but you reciting that, right? It's a song you already did, but you just doing it out in the opening for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And you're not in the studio, you know. So they was calling that freestyling. I was like, nah, that's not freestyling. I'm like, freestyling is you making it up as you go. Like, this is something that I ain't never heard before. It's not something I wrote last night. It's not something that I made up on the way to the studio. That's not freestyling. Freestyling is like I'm sitting here right now, and if I start freestyling, I'll look around and see some things. Like I said, okay, my lyrical style gonna get stronger, not weaker. Last time I came, Blue ain't had them two big speakers, you know what I'm saying? That's freestyle. I can say, yeah, we just make it do what it do. I mean, y'all with Big Nut, Derek D, King Blue. That's freestyling as we go along. Like, this rap ain't dead. I ain't no crip on no blood. I got on blue and red. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know? So that's freestyling, bringing it up as it go along. You feel me? Big Bad, that's right. This nigga Yabo, y'all can check me out. I'm shining with gold. That's just the way we roll. These average rapper gonna fold. I ain't worrying about these niggas that's supposed to be hot, cause shit, I'm cold. And I mean real cold. You know, that's freestyle. That, you know, that's just simple shit. But it's making it up as it goes. So I used to be my freestyle game used to be cold, you know what I'm saying? So what happened with the cat when I was battling, he got 1 or 2 rhymes he done wrote. But when he run out of them rhymes there, he in trouble. Yeah, so yeah, I feel the internet is big for the music business, cause like I was saying, like I was showing earlier, these cassettes and records, you know, back when we was doing these here, you had to have, you know, to go buy this here, you had to go into a mom and pop store and get this here. And that means you had to go to the actual store and buy it, you know what I'm saying? And if you was distributing it, you know, we had Peaches in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? You had to go down there, bring your you know, your material, you know, to the record store and shit. Like, I got 100 copies or whatever. You know, you had to move the actual product around, you know what I'm saying, out the trunk, selling out the trunk or whatever. So this was before the internet, right? So you was dealing with actual material. But now with the internet, everything is digital. The internet is big and it's good for music because it basically done eliminated your middle person. Like, you don't need a record company no more. Straight up, you don't need a record company no more to make money. Most of your artists right now that's making money is doing it off of streams, doing it off of digital downloads, you know, and digital distribution. You know, you got companies right now that will put your music on 100 or so sites in less than 2 days. You know what I'm saying? United Masters, you know what I'm saying? You get to keep your own masters. You get to set your price instead of you going to a record company and, you know, they telling you they're going to give you a dollar and take $9, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, you know, on a 360 deal or some shit like that. This is what goes on in the music industry. The way the internet is set up right now, you don't need record companies. So I think the internet is good. Yeah, so I was saying my music is available on the net. You know, last album I did was called Last Shot, Derek D Last Shot. If you just Google Derek D Last Shot, it'll pop up. If you interested in hearing the music, the album that we did in '92, the first album, the Step to Me Baby album with Johnny Gill and all I'm on it, Rude Boys, all I'm on it. I put the whole album on YouTube. You can listen to it. All you gotta do is just go to YouTube, type in Derek D, Step to Me Baby, the whole album will come up. The rest of the stuff on Spotify, Apple Music, just type in Derek D, Bottles on the Table, Derek D Last Shot. I got a single we just released, shout out Size HD, Ice Law, like I said, called Summertime Flow. So it's easy to find when you put my artist name and then the song title, it'll come up. Like if you're looking for Summertime Flow, just Google Derek D Summertime Flow, it's gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to hear the album Last Shot, just Google Derek D Last Shot. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear the album Bottles on the Table, just go on your Google thing, type in Derek D Bottles on the Table. It's gonna come up, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you know, Derek D Step to Me Baby, boom, whatever. So yeah, we all over the net. Shut up. Yeah, so shout out King Blue, man, you know what I'm saying? Nutcase, you know what I'm saying? Being able to be graced under some people, man, that really serious in the music business, that I vouch for, that I co-sign for, that's doing their thing, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Ice Lord, shout out Size HD, you know what I'm saying? Shout out that boy Fizzle the Empire Beats, you know what I'm saying? Y'all check that boy out. Boogie Beat Banger, Brooklyn, New York. Brownsville, you know what I'm saying, who took me in when I first went out there and did the first album up in Quad, man, Boogie Beat Banger, you know what I'm saying, MOP, you know what I'm saying, man, shout out, man, what's that boy, I don't want to leave this dude out, man, Mo B, Easy Mo B, man, you know what I'm saying, shout out Easy Mo B, man, that's my boy Boogie People, you know what I'm saying, and Boogie just put a little bug in my ear, we might be doing some things, man, so, yeah, you know, shout out, you know, everybody, man, Master P, you know what I'm saying, Birdman, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying, Muggs, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Muggs, you know what I'm saying, had Tear Down, one of the biggest songs that came out this region, man, you know what I'm saying, Young Muggs, you know, R.I.P., Big Hit, you know what I'm saying, Slim Goodball, you know, it goes on, I don't want to leave nobody out, Bell One, you know what I'm saying, Polo P, you know what I'm saying, shout out the whole L-Town. I used to be like, you know what I'm saying, because when you come in the industry and you somewhere, you know, you be like, man, I'm from New Orleans, you know, because that's just the code. If you go to another city, that's where you're from, you rep the city, you know what I'm saying? But right now, you know, we repping L-Town, You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the city. I appreciate BR, don't get me wrong. Shout out to all them boys. But right now, this is about L-Town, LaPlace, Louisiana, man. So shout out L-Town, you know what I'm saying? This is where we at. We putting L-Town on the map with this whole interview, Derek B from L-Town, you know what I'm saying? L-Town, LaPlace, Louisiana, man. So this is what we got to start doing. Because I used to do this as an artist for years, you know. They ask you where you from, you just automatic. They gonna tell you that you got to say the city, you know what I'm saying? Because when you go to other places, they don't understand LaPlace because they don't know where that's at. But if you say New Orleans, oh yeah, you New Orleans. Or you say Baton Rouge, so this is what we talk in the industry. But right now, you know, Derek B saying LaPlace, Louisiana, Project. Shout out to Project, you heard me, LaPlace. Back of the track, Bluebird, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, LaPlace, Louisiana. You know, shout out Reserve, Derek, New Salty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some towns like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's about it. Whoa, Derek D in the house, man. Big shout out to Krushed Out. Ag Bad Podcast, man, is going down. It don't get no bigger, it don't get no better. Krushed Out Ag Bad Podcast. If you ain't know, now you know.
Krushed Out Reloading, Ag Bad to join teams, and we got the hottest pie show out today. If you got what it takes, think you ready to be a guest, a hot rap artist, R&B singer, Southern soul blues. I don't care if you're selling your mom Florine candy. Holla at us, man. Hit us up at 504-908-5473 and say I need to be on the podcast.
Another Krushed Out and Ag Bad production. That's 504-908-5473.